One Piece, chapter 1140. I already know a couple things about this chapter, supposedly. Assuming thumbnails and video titles aren't just straight up lying, which the title of the chapter, Scopper Gabon, kind of confirms one of them, which is we'll be seeing more of Gabon v. Luffy. And then another one, something I'm not going to be able to comment on at all, is apparently there's some weirdness in some of the translation for some stuff that happens later, which I will get into. I will say what it is when I get into it, when I get to it later in the chapter. But for now, title page. Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 26. Ulti. So it was Ulti and her brother. Okay, cool. If anything happens to Pei, I'm assuming that's what she calls page 1. I don't remember if that's anywhere else, but that makes sense. I'll hunt you to the depths of hell and beat you to death. She says that she's chained to a dartboard with swords around and a couple in her. However, it looks like only a couple of them actually hurt her. One of the legs just barely nicked her. One just barely nicked one of her arms. And then one looks like it hit her at the hip, maybe right above the hip. So, interesting. Cool. Alright. First page of the actual chapter itself. How come I have to take the key from you? Just give it up. I'm assuming that's Luffy in Roto's hand saying that. Sir, yeah, what is the meaning of this? What's wrong? Can't do it. Okay, that's it. Yeah, okay, it was Luffy. My dad used to be a pirate. He can hold his own against even Elbaf warriors. Zoro's remembering what the kid said. Luffy rushing in. Gabon dodges easily. Luffy doing a pseudo semi Gatling type thing to try and grab it. I just want to get this Loki so I can go back to the feast. Just take it from me then. I will. Luffy grabs more aggressively, and Gabon hits him with the key with Haki. And Luffy yells out, "Bwehow." Bweho? Bwehow? Wait, sir, yeah. Okay. And then Luffy's just angry at that. Because it hurts, but he's still rubber. So, doesn't hurt as much. It's a nifty straw hat. And look better on you than that helmet. Now give me that key. Okay, Luffy's starting to get a little angry. Again, doing more fast grabs at the key. You're holding on to it. He didn't give it to you? That cheapskate. You dummy, that's not what it means. No, dummy, that's not what it means. Don't call Shanks a cheapskate. You have no idea about him. Which is ironic. You talk like a boy, he says, while shoving the key into his mouth. And then pulling out some axes. Yaso Takaru. Which I'm assuming is the name of a movie he's about to do. Luffy warning him. Okay, cool. So doing something similar to Zoro's Phoenix attacks, but a lot of them at once. I don't know if He did the three-legged crow thing on Moria. It's kind of similar, but not really. Probably the closest thing we've seen Zoro do to this. More similar to the Rangyaku plus sword swipes from the giraffe guy. What's his name? The person right below Lucci. And CP9 now, technically CP0. They're in. Kaku. That's probably the closest thing we've seen to this. However, this looks more destructive and the swipes are bigger. So. And did a lot more damage. Which Zoro helped him to avoid. Oh, yeah, you can see Zoro helping block part of it in the big thing. Nice. Gabon thinks to himself that he has a good crew. Zoro's looking a little worried. But they are willing to fight, and Luffy has an axe in his hand, at least for now. Part of it falls out of the tree down below. He sees something with observation, and he yields. Interesting. They're still worked up. Ooh. That is a good response. You can't pass this off as a joke after you tried to kill us. And? Are you dead? The key you're after is in your possession, pointing out that it's right there with them. And he leaves by saying, if Elbaf is still intact, by the time you're leaving this island, come and see me again. Okay, so the entire thing was finished up in less than a chapter. That's good. Nice and quick. I'm assuming it's mostly just he wanted to see the Nika form and the potential to be able to do stuff / have help in doing things. Cool. How do we do that? I never want to see you again. Yeah, you idiot. Thanks for taking us to the key, though. We'll never meet again. Go away. Send that to my phone notification. Okay, and he's remembering back to Shanks telling him about the kid. And all of the kids telling the teacher to look at the bird in the sky. Oh, talking about the arrow bird. Okay. Awesome. I'll make the call. Okay, and they just created a summoning circle. And bringing in, looks like 2 more. I'm willing to go, just give me a minute. Where are we living from? Where's the abyss? to get some time to get changed at least. Or what happens to the other things? You know, the food situation. We're not letting God starve, are we? Okay, so Holy Night, Shepherd's family, Saint Somers. Okay, so they just... Okay, joke, sure. And the other one is... Holy Night, Rimoshifu family, Saint Killingham. I'm late. Very, very late. I was half asleep. Where am I supposed to go again? And I'm assuming this is what the Artur video I saw is referring to. At least partially, is that guy. And the weird translation-ness or context lost in translation. Grabs the entire room, self included. Says the land of the giants. Only one? Why are there two of you? Situation went really dire. Wrong ever since the reverie. Your presence there will be a benefit. What's the situation and the mission? What are you doing in the unaffiliated country? Okay, so they know about Harald's grave. So I'm assuming... I'm not going to assume anything. But that will, I know for sure, lead to more people being like, ooh, Harald, he was a, traitor to these people or whatever. So, interesting. They relayed the mission. Wanted us to kidnap some kids and take them to the Holy Land. They're too big to stuff in sacks, though. Those without the mark cannot travel through the abyss pentagrams. That means we'll have to sail them back. You can make it into a game. Okay, interesting. I don't know how... There's a translation issue with his powers? Unless it's more explicit in the Japanese than what I'm reading right now. Or if it's just people saying one thing when that's not the case. That also could be it. Overall, pretty straightforward chapter. Looking forward to see what they can do. And also to get a more official name to what's going on with Killingham. However, I'm feeling like Artur's video will probably just straight up say it. Or explain the jokes and stuff around it at least. With that being said, it's pretty straightforward. Gabon liked what he saw. Didn't reveal who he was, which I'm gonna find funny when the people get back together. Luffy is probably gonna go straight to Loki, which will be interesting. If I remember correctly, Robin and Chopper are near the kids, so they're probably gonna be the first to respond when things actually happen. That's cool. And assuming Frankie's on his way back to get Robin, he'll be in that group as well. Yeah. How big of a commotion do we need for the others to come? And stuff like that. So, this is gonna be interesting. I just realized I don't have the video for the lava lamp playing, so you've been just staring at a still lava lamp the entire time. I apparently accidentally paused it. I am currently working on the Full Metal Alchemist video. I'm going to do the first couple arcs at least, and my general thoughts on the story as a whole. Depending on how long that is, I might take notes on the next several arcs as well and turn it into the video. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Actually, I need to look and see. Do we have a break? March 2nd. So, probably not, if I'm remembering correctly. Today's the 20th. Yes. So, a week from today is the next chapter. So, we don't have a break week. Until then, you guys, use your brains and be yourself.